The next morning comes too quickly. Lynn has fought back the bandits' attack. Now she rushes for the border of Bird. If she can reach it, the sea itself is not far off. For a moment, Lynn stops to imagine the face of a grandfather she's never met. Chapter 5: Beyond the Borders. Heyo everyone, it's Shadow Joker here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Fire Emblem. In the last episode, we stopped at an old fortress when suddenly bandits attacked us, but we were able to recruit one of the said bandits, Dorcas, to our side due to hostages. Just kidding, we didn't hold Natalie hostage. But anyway, he's our first axe user, and this time we're heading on our way to Caelin once again until we suddenly stop in a field. Fantastic reason for the next chapter to be happening, I know. But anyway, for those of you who are watching this in the future, you won't have to worry about this because, well, you'll be in the future. This is something relating to what's happening on now. Now, I kind of explained this why I'm doing this in the last episode, but for anyone who's didn't pay attention to that for some reason, I'm just going to be explaining it here again. Normally, I don't do double uploads. I typically just go for one upload a day. And that's at least what I aim for. I've been failing with that in recent times because school, but and anyway, I want to try and get this episode done. I want to try and get as many episodes as I can out with, hang on a second. Oh, sorry about the interruption, but back to what I was saying, yeah, with the whole corona quarantine going on, I just want to try and keep you guys as entertained as I can possibly manage. So that's why I'm going for double, maybe even triple upload today. Plus, I believe due to how much I have been busy recently, and how much, or sometimes just me slacking off, that we could be nearly done this series if I could keep a constant upload, or at the very least approaching the end. I'm not sure how realistic that is, but I believe that might have been the case, or at the very least like halfway through the series. Once again, these are just mindless predictions. So that's why I'm going for the double, maybe even triple upload later today. Anyway, back to what's going on in the game. We almost reached the Lycia border. Once we cross, we'll be safe from the bandits, right? We should be. I doubt they'll be willing to pursue us across the border. Lycia at last. It's been a long time. Tomorrow we'll dine on a feast of Lycia's finest foods. And the mistress of the inn at the crossing is said to be a beauty. Ah yes, food and love, no better way to restore a man's soul. This is going to be a fine evening, eh, Kent? If your behavior is as deplorable as ever, we'd best stay elsewhere. We're not here for sightseeing. Oh, come on, that's not fair. Kent, the inn will be fine. As you say, milady. Linus, you are truly an angel from on high. It's nothing, forget it. Well, we'll be able to get a good night's rest. Oh no, those bandits are persistent. I'll give them that much. If only he hadn't sat there in the field, we would have been fought. Here they are. I found them. What? Not again? They're still after us? Yeah. Don't think you're getting away so easily. You'll leave alive and everyone will think the Caelin bandits have gone soft. Yes, the most iconic Fire Emblem character reappears for his sequel. So, we care nothing for you or your reputations. Let's get to Lycia. Get in our way, and you'll pay. Cheeky little thing, aren't you? Let's get 'em, lads. And no holding back just 'cause there's women with them. Wipe them out. And Dorcas just comes out of nowhere. Oh, we're lost. This makes me so mad. You told me you were certain this was the correct path. What's your point, Eric? What are you trying to say? I swear, you are not the woman I agreed to escort. What? What's that supposed to mean? I heard someone was needed. Escort a frail Lycian princess to escort a frail Lycian priestess to Ostia. Very important distinction. Yes, and I'm that priestess. Frail? You, sir. You have no need of an escort to protect you. Even the most hardened criminal would flee in terror after 5 minutes in your company. Return your money gladly. Now will you please go on to Ostia now? No, you are my escort, Eric. Mine. You are so clean and tidy. A noble woman like myself can't be seen without a proper escort. Personality is nothing special, but you're not bad to look at. I believe that's my line. And these new units with the best roast. I have to take you all the way to Ostia. And I have to take you all the way to Ostia. I only hope my nerves can endure the journey. What are you mumbling about? You're so gloomy. Something's over there. Let's take a look. Of course. The first opportunity to get involved in trouble and she jumps right in. No amount of money is worth this. Whew! Whoa, a fight! Eric, take a look. Fighting those bandits. It's a young girl. Fool! Keep your voice down. Yeah, what's this? You're in league with that she-devil? This is so wrong. Yeah, I'll take care of you with one swift stroke. Eek! 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 Eric, help me! So loud. Sarah, behind me. You there, see if you can match me. PK, fire! PK, fire! That scream. Look, Mark. Someone's over there. Sometimes you can talk to different NPCs, the green units on the map. The process is the same as talking to enemies. Give it a try. Please select Lynn. Please select Lynn because I'm famous voice actors. Famous for this deep and sexy voice. And we commit talk. Excuse me, hello. Why are you fighting these bandits? It just happened. That's not true. Those ruffians thought that we were with you. You got us into a terrible situation. Now how are you going to get us out? Sarah, you've not been so meddlesome. This all could have been avoided. My apologies. Please trouble yourself with us no more. But if you're going to fight, shouldn't we team up? We'll end things faster, right? That's true. Yes, that's a good idea. Eric, go and help these ladies. I swear to God, she said I'm gonna kill myself. But fine. Very good. My name's Lynn. So tell me, will you join arms with us? Yes, we'd be glad to. My name is Sarah. This is my escort, Eric. Be a good boy and go fight now, Eric. That was a lot funnier of a transition to get to new 2 units. than I thought it would be. Oh god, I actually kind of want to use Eric now in the final team, even though he's not the best unit, which we'll get into in a bit, just because I thought it was funny to do that exchange. Erica May and Sarah Clark join your group. Magus use the magic of truth to attack and damage your enemies. Clerics use staves to restore HP to their allies. Let's try them both. First, select Sarah. Hello, you're Mark, right? I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you. By the way, see this contrary mage with me? He's Eric. I think he's been hurt. He was only shot by an arrow. Nah, he's fine. I'm Eric's employer. Master, I suppose you could say. I'm getting it as I was thinking of healing him free of charge. I know, I'm generous to a fault. Why are you looking at me like that? Praise my generosity! Anyway, that's the deal. Please direct me to him. Alright, so we have 2 new units. Sarah, a cleric, and Eric, a mage. I feel like going over how clerics work is more important than going over them as characters first, so clerics and mages. Your formal introduction to the magic stats. Pretty much any unit that uses magic instead of physical weapons, because they both could not simultaneously exist at this point in the series since they were different stats. Also, one important distinction to make between physical and magic units. The resistance stat, while there are units that will get a decent amount of resistance in our physical base, for example, Florina. I know right now she has 4 resistance, but Pegasus Knights are known for having high resistance. Magic units typically have high resistance, so they can deal with our magic units. Clerics, they can use healing staves. I'm going to use my staff. Watch and wonder. So they can heal our opponents what they need of vulneraries. I still think, at least for early game, you should keep a couple vulneraries, since you typically only have a couple units early on that can heal. Where later, you can have quite a few healers. So honestly, items like that, while they're not completely useless, they're not as useful. Clerics cannot wield weapons, therefore they cannot engage in combat. However, they can use their staves to restore HP to allied units. Besides healing staves, which restore HP, there are other staves with different abilities. It's always good to test out any new abilities you receive. So let's do that now. Eric demonstrates magic. Begin by selecting Eric. You're Mark. I'm Eric. I'm not sure how I got in this mess. If I'm going to fight, however, I will show you the true power of magic. And Eric is our first case of a mage. The one important distinction that I would like to make about mages and magical units when they can attack, they're pretty much archers, except for the fact that they can attack at close range. So, they typically can always, at the very least, fight back. And what I typically do is I like to have my mages attack up front with archers, that way they can't retaliate, but with pretty much any other unit, I typically have them attack attack from a distance. Very important distinction. And from this point on, it's just gonna be a good old chapter where we just kill literally everything, because apparently this is Sandstone Undertale, except there's no sands. Therefore, we are safe. If you're wondering why I made that joke specifically, I've recently been playing Undertale. Even though I think that's kind of an obvious distinction to make. Alright, so I did not realize that. Crap. Wrong decision. That was bad. Okay, this is also kind of bad. Thank you, Eric. Okay, this is Turning out decent. Alright, Lorena, you should be fine. Thank you. Okay. Take 2, everyone. Alright. More strength. That's actually a pretty good level up, all things considered, Lorena. Alright, next up. Okay. PK. Hiya! Yes, no, I already made that joke, but never see in GBA Fire Emblem games. Yeah, Mage is using fire. What do I do here? I think I'll have Will finish this brigand off to show his power. Yeah, to Sarah and Will, not Will, Eric as units, I should probably go over them as units. You know, that's a very important thing to do. Almost completely forgot to do that with Dorcas in the last episode, which is being recorded. And Florina, why is it every time that I'm not talking about the battle that is directly happening right from my eyes, someone misses? It's okay. It's okay. Just calm down. And nobody will get hurt. On to Sarah and Eric as units. Sarah is actually one of the better units in the game, in my opinion. Well, yes, she is a cleric, so at first she cannot hurt enemy units. You're having the most mixed luck I think I've ever had in Fire Emblem. You just got hit by a you missed a low percent chance, but then immediately you get a 3% chance critical. Okay, back to what I was just saying. Sarah's actually one of the better units, as she starts off with decent enough basis for her class. They work. Aren't really bad. And she has a lot of speed, which will help her evade attacks a lot, and that's good considering for a while she will not be able to fight enemies. And she has pretty good growths in magic, which translates to healing magic, but then when she can attack, she can do her magic set as damage. So it's good that she has a good, I believe she, what am I trying to say? I believe she also has a good, it's either speed or luck, which both are good because even though personally I prefer speed, since in terms of having a good speed growth, that means you will, I think, yeah, I'll buy a javelin, and yeah, okay. Back to Sarah though. She also has a good growth in resistance. So now let's try instead so we can get the killer. You know what? Clear that. Oh, hell no, I am not. Alright, anyway, back to Sarah. Why do I keep getting sidetracked? Alright, Sarah, she's a good unit, though she takes a little while to get good considering she's exclusively healing her a decent bit of time. Yeah, that works. You're gonna learn why people fear the Ganablood bandits. And his name is Bug. That should be doing super effective damage. And, alright. And no. Okay. I don't believe he has a hand axe. I would have screwed over Eric if he did. Okay, good. So, right now I think I'm just gonna try and have my ranging speaking up so I can abuse the fact that bosses don't move. Eric, I believe this chapter will be coming to a close very soon, so I don't want to knock over Eric. Eric, he's interesting. I know I said most units in this game are good, which is a sentiment I will stand by. But the thing with Eric, he's probably one of the, I wouldn't say worst, because he's not really a bad unit. Alright, well, you did pretty good. But I'm just going to be sitting here for a bit because I want to go over Eric before the chapter ends. My apologies. Anyway, but he doesn't have very good bases. Alright, overall, they're still kind of bases. They're not very good. And his highest growth is a 50% speed growth. He's an odd mage, I'll say that much. I like him. I've used him before. And believe it or not, I wasn't even intentionally grinding him up, but he was a combat unit that I got maxed leveled. I'll go into more detail how impressive that is later, but it just made me so happy. So I do have a soft spot for Urk, but objectively, it's probably one of the least viable units in the game. That being said, Sarah and him are like complete opposites to me in terms of character. I surprisingly find Eric a fun character, but I think that he's a not very good combat unit. Viable, but not very good. Well, Sarah, I can't stand her character, but she's a very good unit. It just boggles my mind. Whatever. Blah, scum. You're all scum. Yes, as this man is dying, I'm complaining about character. Nicely done, Mark. That should just about do it. What a surprise! You are very strong, Lynn. Your staff is a wondrous thing. Healing powers amaze me. Only those in the service of good can wield them. You helped us tremendously. Well, it's time for us to go. Take care. Goodbye, Lynn. Very well. You too, Eric. Goodbye. Well, let's be on our way, Eric. What have we here? Another wildflower? Perhaps a butterfly? An absolutely delectable creature. Alright, Zane, I'm gonna need you to calm down. I'm going to have to call the Knights of Bern because that's where we are. That's the closest thing that we have to the police in Fire Emblem. Oh my, are you one of Lynn's companions? Please, call me Zane. I'm Sarah. I serve House Ostia. Sarah, what a lyrical name. I am in service to Castle Caelin. Oh, so is Lynn a member of Marquis's family? She is the granddaughter of our lord, the Marquis. Such an important person. Sarah, what deviousness are you contemplating now? Having a person of power in your debt is never a bad thing. You can't be serious. Oh, Zane, do you think we could join the Lady Lindis's company? She seems like a nice person. I would ever so much like to help her. Of course, we couldn't be happier. Why, we were only just saying how we need some more fighting power. Are you being hunted or something? Yes, it's an inheritance dispute. Assassins everywhere. Oh my, in that case, my healing staff and Eric's magic should come in handy. And by the way, if we were talking literally, We would be screwed considering assassins actually a class in farm. We'll get into that later, but assassins are an actual class. Well, it sounds dangerous. Your staff and magic would be extremely helpful. Please, wait here. I will go and speak with Lady Lindis on your behalf. Unbelievable. This is fantastic, Eric. Our good deeds will earn us gratitude beyond imagine. I think I'm gonna be ill. Cutscene. That little girl crossed the border? Yes, great Lord Lundgren, future captain of the Royal Guard. She's en route to Erethen. Fool, send out soldiers to meet her at once. Hold nothing back. Do anything to finish this now. First the old man and now the girl. They cling to life like my brother Sans. I mean a drowning man to a rock. Double the poison strength. If he struggles, hold him down and pour it down his throat. Once the girl is gone, Caelin is mine. I will let no one stand in my way. What can I say? My voice for Papyrus and Lundgren are comically similar. I had to write a joke in there somewhere. I mean, next time we'll continue on to Caelin and fight the great... It's Captain of the Royal Guard eventually. Bye. Forever. Just kidding. I love you guys.